Season's greetings, everybody. I'm Bob Kanegis, and I am recording this from my home in the Rio Grande Valley in New Mexico. Now, often when I'm thinking that many of you are in the Northern Hemisphere. It's getting cold, so let's make a little virtual campfire to warm up. So let's start small with a little bit of kindling. Bring the kindling sticks together, rub your hands until they get nice and warm, so you can feel the heat. Now send the heat to your campfire. Watch the smoke curl up, the sparks go up into the winter sky. And now let's do that one more time. Let's rub our hands together until you can feel the warmth again. And this time, put your warm hands on your heart. And let's all remember that we are all human beings, and I hope you are feeling good-hearted towards yourself, first of all, and to each other. Let's do it one more time. Rub your hands together until they get nice and warm. And when they're nice and warm, send that heat and that human heart out to everyone who is watching and listening. And thank you, everybody, for supporting global warming. Global heartwarming, that is. I'd like to share a small story, just a little bit of a story that a cousin of mine wrote many, many years ago. There are stones all around us. I grew up in Rockland County, New York, where there were stone walls built in the Revolutionary War. So what can you do with a stone? You can build a wall, you can build a bridge, you can chip away at it and make a weapon. You can throw a stone through a window, you can throw a stone at someone else, but what would we do with a stone? We could take a stone and rub it and rub it and rub it and rub it until it turns into a pile of dust. And then we could take a seed, an apple seed, and plant it in that dust. It might germinate, but if it did, it might just come up and then die. So what would we do? We would plant another one, water it, care for it, and it might come up and that might die. And we would plant seed after seed after seed that might come up, last for a day or two, and then wither. But one day, there would be enough organic material from all those seeds that we had tried to germinate. Just enough organic material for that plant to germinate and begin to grow. And that little seed would become a sapling, and that sapling would mature, and one day there would be flowers on that tree, and the bees would come and pollinate it, and the small little apples would grow. They would ripen and swell in the fall, become ripe and red, and we could pick that apple, and we could hand it to a friend to eat. And they'd say, "Where did this apple come from?" And we could tell them the story of the stone and the seeds, and how we tried again and again and again until we could work with life, until we could share this apple with our friends. We would tell them how we helped to create fruit from a stone. That was Arthur Kanegis, my father's first cousin, who wrote that story years ago, many, many years ago. He was a man who worked incessantly for peace. Stones. There's a story, a parable, about three men who were all doing exactly the same thing. They were picking up stones, and they were placing them one on top of another, held together with mortar. A passerby came by. He asked each of the three men in turn, "What are you doing?" The first one said, "I'm laying stones on top of each other." The second one answered the same question and said, "I'm building a wall." The third said, "I'm building a cathedral." And that's what we're doing. That's what we can be doing every day when we think about it. Maybe some days it just feels like one stone on top of another. The difficult days, they're not peaceful days. But day after day, effort after effort, we can build a cathedral of kindness and peace. Ah.